A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to my channel again. So, let me just make myself clear. There are at least two big things that I'm going to cover here in this vlog, but I guess one thing that I'm going to touch up on really quick is that I'm calling off the so-called need to fight for both my Twitter accounts. Kaiju Force Neo and at KFN 2.0, they've both been permanently suspended by Twitter themselves. Even though I've already delivered the message that I'm basically just pleading for them to at least have some access to both my accounts, it appears that they're not even going to budge. Not one bit. So, that's a really big problem. A problem of which that I feel like can only be sued by a lawsuit. And this is not even a threat, no. This is something I actually will take into place. But why don't we just not worry about that for a little while? I've already got a lot more in my mind that it would just be much worse for me if I ever went through with it today. But here, it's December 12th. And what I've got today is that I basically crossed a new milestone. And the fact is that I already made a milestone challenge video not too long ago, and I have it set to upload tonight, pretty much. I basically had it pre-recorded, and then I just simply said it's December 12th. And so, well, let's just say, though, that the milestone challenge centers on the amount of liked videos I've gotten. Judging by from what you see in these two screenshots here, 20,000 liked videos, in a way, refers to the 20,000th one being a World of Long Plays video based on a Commodore 64 long play video about a 1988 game called Marauder. That right there is liked video number 20,000. And I've already critiqued about how a video by Lord Conical was number 5,000, the 10,000th liked video of mine was a Paternoster video, and number 15,000 was a video by TechRax about injecting glow stick fluid into an egg. That's pretty much just what I all covered on. And I've already done milestone challenges based on those three things, but what I've got today, I've got something much better. Although you're probably going to have to wait until tonight, when I have it actually uploaded. So, that right there is pretty much just the end of it. But I guess the other thing that I've got to say is that, well, man, pretty much just going back to Twitter for a moment, I'm actually going to completely move on from them. I've already given my white flag to both of those accounts, signifying that the war is over. The legal war between me and Twitter is now over, and I have officially lost. Their power to simply suspend my accounts permanently, it just means that they've gone too far, but they've actually managed to win. They've stopped at nothing to have my accounts permanently suspended, and that's apparently just the end of it. Even though I've given out appeals to them here and there, it appears nothing is working. I cannot do a single thing about my accounts. Although I probably could try and do what I can to recover some things from them. And let's also say that there is an accumulative total based on what I've gotten from, well, all the assets that I managed to put together based on tweets, followers, and likes, based on numbers of all three of those things from both of my accounts combined. So that is 6 things total that I've got there. But all in all, the total amount of assets that I got are nearly 137,000. So, I probably will think of some sort of milestone challenge to put all that together, but in the meantime, I've got, well, nothing much else to say about my Twitter. The war's over, and I've lost. They've apparently won the battle and the war. So I've given up my white flags to both of them. And, well, man, let's just not say, though, that they're legally dead at this point. It might be a while before either of those accounts end up getting completely torn out of commission for good. But, I mean, only time will tell. But I will say, though, that I've moved on completely by creating an account off of a new piece of social media known as Mastodon. That's right. I'm now on a newer platform that works basically the same way as Twitter. It's called Mastodon. And I could say for sure that Mastodon works way better than Twitter. I've currently not encountered any problems of any sort, but I suppose that since my account had only just been started about a week ago, it's fair for me to say that anything could happen along the way, but it might be a while before anything does ever take place regarding certain things that would result in my account having some sort of, well, brush with the system. But all in all, I feel like that Mastodon is going to work out much better than anything Twitter ever had to offer. 13 going on 14 years of me being on Twitter. And this is apparently who they are now. What they are. And apparently there's nothing that one person like myself could do about it. So, that's pretty much just all I've got to say about all those things. I'm pretty much just on Mastodon now, and the fact that I've got 137,000 accumulative assets, as I know it as, based on how many things I managed to do with my Twitter accounts, and the fact that Kaiju Force Neo 1.0 had almost 29,000 followers, and KFN 2.0 had little more than 2,000. So in total, that would mean I've got 30,000 followers regarding all of my accounts' accumulation. So that's amazing. 30,000 people following my name very much. Basically just my online alias, but me in general. A total of more than 30,000 people have followed me on Twitter, regardless of which account I'm talking about. So, that's pretty much just all I've got to say about the whole thing there. I will definitely have some good memories here and there about the whole thing. But I guess it's just going to be going back to Instagram and probably going to Storyfire and WhatsApp. But now that I have Mastodon, I pretty much got myself a good replacement to Twitter. So, that's pretty much all that's about. But there's one more thing, though, that I'm still going to cover up on. I know I said that I was going to at least try to reorient the number of episodes of GWK, but I had a second idea in mind. Essentially, I mean, there's a little list up here which shows Gaming with Kaiju Force Neo episodes that have been flagged for copyright notices and the like. And the fact that I deleted those episodes rather than keeping them up, they weren't like copyright strikes, but they were just notices. Simply notifying to me that, well, if I agree with certain conditions based on how monetization will work, I won't have to do anything about it. But no, that's not how I work around here. That's not how this will all work out for me. Whenever I want to do monetization, I will want it especially to go to me only. To no one else, really. Sponsorships are a different story and the like, but so what I've currently got at least 5 episodes of Gaming with Kaiju Force Neo removed. Season 4 of Gaming with Kaiju Force Neo. And I'm simply put just going to have them redacted to where I'm actually going to have some game revisits, like Ark Survival Evolved and Red Dead Redemption 2. That's pretty much just all I've got to say at that point, but I don't know, there's not a lot else that I have in mind based on game revisits or other sort of game cover-ups on Gaming with Kaiju Force Neo. But to finish off the season itself could be easier than I suspected. I've still got to play some Ghosts, and I know I also said that I wouldn't be playing more Need for Speed for the remainder of Season 4 of GWK, but let's just say that a few more episodes will possibly come along. I'm not entirely sure if I can upload some more Need for Speed related content on Season 4 of GWK, but in this particular instance, it might be right for me to get at least several more episodes in line with the whole thing. So, That's pretty much just all I got to say about all that stuff. I'm now on Mastodon instead of Twitter. I can now confirm that as of today, Twitter has won the war, and I have lost. So Mastodon is really just my next best step into getting onto social media. And so I guess I have nothing else left to say about that at all. Twitter's crossed a really moral line right here by simply attacking innocent people's accounts, thinking that they're abusive, and I legit have no words to say about that. I'm gonna cry yet again because they just don't know when to quit. They don't know when to quit harassing others themselves. And the fact that they assume that both my accounts are legitimately targeting other people out there, these are all fraudulent absurdities. Fraudulent. And it's a really big deal now. Fraud is something you can never get away with. As long as you have witnesses like myself, knowing that all of this is in play. So the fact that I lost now, it's a whole new paradigm that had just shifted. A huge paradigm shift. Considering the fact that it's been at least 13 years since I first came together on Twitter, and now one of the oldest accounts in existence is going to be going forever. But I don't really know what else to say about the whole thing itself. But I will try and pull through on this. Twitter can do what they feel like now, because I left them for good. I'm now on Mastodon, so they don't have to worry about a thing. But anyhow, that's pretty much all I've got to say about all that stuff. GWK is going to have some redacted episodes as we speak. And I'm officially on Mastodon. The next best way to be a Twitter personality, in a way. I will be a Mastodon personality from now on. And if you want to see more, go down to my channel. Other than anything else I'll have planned around here, make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.